In the vast expanse of central New Mexico, amidst the rugged beauty of the landscape, lies a hidden gem that whispers tales of a bygone era. This is the story of Gran Quivira, the largest and most enigmatic of the three sites that comprise the Salinas Pueblo Missions National Monument. Today we will find the secrets of this ancient forgotten city and the people who once called it home. Gran Quivira was a vast and prosperous settlement long before the arrival of the Spanish. The Tompiro-speaking people who called this place home were skilled builders, crafting intricate masonry pueblos and kivas that have endured through the ages. The most impressive of these structures is Mound 7, a staggering 226-room pueblo that dates back to the Pueblo IV period between 1275 and 1600 AD. This fully excavated marvel proves the ingenuity and resilience of the ancient people who once lived here. Gran Quivira, a unit of the Salinas Pueblo Missions National Monument in central New Mexico, showcases the impressive pueblo and mission ruins of San Buenaventura de Las Humanas. The site's history began around 800 AD with pit house dwellers, and by 1300 AD, Tompiro-speaking peoples had built distinct pueblo masonry architecture. From 1000 AD to the 1600s, San Buenaventura de Las Humanas became a thriving community of 3,000 inhabitants, subsisting on hunting, gathering, and agriculture, while maintaining trade relationships with various tribes. The first recorded contact between the Spanish and the inhabitants of Gran Quivira occurred in 1583, when the explorer Don Antonio de Espejo ventured into the region. However, it wasn't until 1598 that the Spanish began to establish a more permanent presence, with the arrival of Don Juan de Oñate and his colonizing expedition. Oñate, who would become the first Spanish governor of New Mexico, referred to the settlement as Las Humanas. As the Spanish began their missionary efforts in the region, Gran Quivira found itself at the center of a complex web of cultural exchange and conflict. The pueblo was initially placed under the jurisdiction of the Pecos Mission District, but in 1629 it became a visita, or subordinate mission, of the nearby Abo Mission. It was during this time that the first permanent mission at Gran Quivira was established, with the construction of the modest but significant Letrados Convento. This simple structure served as both a residence for the Spanish friars and an early chapel, marking the beginning of a new era in the history of the pueblo. Over the following decades, the mission at Gran Quivira continued to grow and evolve. In 1635, the impressive Iglesia de San Isidro was completed, a striking example of early mission architecture that stood as a symbol of the Spanish presence in the region. However, it was the arrival of Fray Diego de Santander in 1659 that marked a turning point in the history of the pueblo. Under Santander's guidance, construction began on the Grand Church of San Buenaventura, a monumental undertaking that would have rivaled the great cathedrals of Europe in its size and splendor. Tragically, the story of Gran Quivira is one of ultimate decline and abandonment. By 1672, a combination of factors, including disease, drought, famine, and relentless attacks by Apache raiders, had taken a devastating toll on the once thriving community. The pueblo was abandoned, its inhabitants scattered to the winds in search of a more stable and secure existence. The grand mission of San Buenaventura would never be completed, its unfinished walls standing as a haunting reminder of the challenges and hardships faced by the people of Gran Quivira. Despite its abandonment, the allure of Gran Quivira endured, drawing explorers and adventurers to its ruins in the centuries that followed. In the late 18th century, the site was rediscovered by Spanish and American explorers, who marveled at the scale and complexity of the ancient city. The first detailed descriptions and maps of Gran Quivira were produced during this period, sparking a renewed interest in the history and archaeology of the region. In 1883, the renowned archaeologist Adolphe Bandelier conducted the first systematic survey of the site, documenting its structures and artifacts with a level of detail and accuracy that was unprecedented for the time. Bandelier's work laid the foundation for future generations of archaeologists and historians who would continue to explore the mysteries of this fascinating place. The significance of Gran Quivira was formally recognized in 1909 when President William Howard Taft established the Gran Quivira National Monument. This designation marked a turning point in the preservation and interpretation of the site, ensuring that its stories and artifacts would be protected for generations to come. Over the following decades, the National Park Service would undertake extensive excavations and stabilization efforts at Gran Quivira. Visitors to Gran Quivira can explore the ruins of the mission churches and the partially excavated pueblo, marveling at the skill and ingenuity of the ancient builders. The on-site museum offers a fascinating glimpse into the material culture of the Tompiro people, displaying an array of tools, pottery, and other artifacts that provide a tangible link to the past. Interpretive trails wind through the ruins, allowing visitors to immerse themselves in the history and atmosphere of this remarkable place. However, Gran Quivira is just one piece of the larger story told by the Salinas Pueblo Missions National Monument. The nearby ruins of Quarai and Abo offer their own unique insights into the history and culture of the region. At Quarai, visitors can explore the impressive remains of the mission church of Nuestra Señora de la Purísima Concepción, built from striking red sandstone in the early 17th century. The pueblo at Quarai was inhabited by Tiwa-speaking people, who had a long and complex history of interaction with the Spanish missionaries. The ruins of Abo provide a glimpse into the earliest days of Spanish colonization in the region. The mission of San Gregorio de Abo was established in 1622, making it one of the first permanent Spanish settlements in New Mexico. The Tompiro-speaking people who lived at Abo were skilled traders, forging connections with the pueblos of the Rio Grande Valley and the Plains tribes to the east. The ruins of the mission church and the surrounding pueblo offer a fascinating window into this period of cultural exchange and transformation. Together, Gran Quivira, Quarai, and Abo tell a complex and multi-layered story of the American Southwest, one that spans centuries of history and encompasses a rich tapestry of cultures, languages, and ways of life. The Salinas Pueblo Missions National Monument stands as a testament to the enduring legacy of the indigenous peoples of the region and the profound impact of Spanish colonization on their world. The Tompiro and Tiwa peoples, the Spanish missionaries and colonists, the Apache raiders and American settlers, all of these groups have left their mark on the landscape and the history of the Salinas Valley. To walk among the ruins of Gran Quivira, Quarai, and Abo is to step into a world where the past and the present collide, where the echoes of long-ago voices can still be heard in the whispering of the wind. In the end, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe to the Archeo Trek for more videos like this.